baby, tell me, why can't you see you can be yourself around me? Stop the make-believe, you'll see what we could be. What we I was looking into darkness for something to hold on. Find you while you were so broken.
Hey guys, LegendBTV back at it again. Oh my god, I'm so sorry, y'all. Oh man. I don't want to start on that spiel again. Let's just say uploads are just gonna be when they're gonna be. Yeah, I can't say anything more. I just have kind of been in a rut, but that's alright. We're gonna get right out of it because we've got the Patrick Star Show to talk about. Oh my god. Ooh. A topic about as exciting as Beef O'Brady's. I'm so hungry right now. I want Beef O'Brady's. Oh, yes. Anyway, I'll get some later. I've never had their pizza. I want to try it, though, you know. Beef O'Brady's. Y'all ever been to Beef O'Brady's?
I want to go to Beef O'Brady's.
Oh, yes. Anyway, Patrick Star Show, the spinoff to the spinoff of SpongeBob SquarePants, the American animated comedy that we all know, love, and watch at Beef O'Brady's when sports aren't on. Yeah, so... yeah, where to begin about the Patrick Star Show? Obviously, I've been hearing about this, and I was like, yes, I gotta do a video on it. I've seen the first 4 episodes, if you count the 2 11-minute segments. Yeah, so I've seen the first 4, and I've got some thoughts that we're gonna get into. So before we do that, though, I do want to shout out a hair that just fell off my head. I do want to shout out the new song that I just dropped. It's called We Could Be. If you guys know about my music channel, you know what I mean? It's kind of a banger, like I'll say humbly. You know, it is. It's kind of like, it's got a new sound, and it's got some different bass hits, and it's just like, yeah, like it's a tune. It is a tune, so you'll get what you receive when you click on it, yeah. So, go ahead and click on my new song if you want, and I would appreciate it greatly. Thank you so much for the support. Love ya. Anyway, now back to the review. So, Patrick Star Show, plot synopsis or whatever. It's like Patrick, he's got his own show. He lives with his parents, who aren't the same parents we see from SpongeBob. And he kind of does like random adventures and whatever. And it's kind of, that's about it. I mean, the recurring characters from SpongeBob are back. I've even seen one episode that kind of like does a rendition of like the live action, maybe the clay animation sequences we see on It's a SpongeBob Christmas and the Legends of Bikini Bottom and things like that. So they really kind of enjoyed doing that, I guess. So they've done it like quite a bit more, and it's like, it's cool to see them do that concept again, you know. But what do I think of the show? It's weird. So obviously, you guys know me. I love all sorts of comedy shows. Like, I love smartly written, intelligent humor, like Family Guy. A lot of humor really hits the mark for me. It could be really dumb humor, intelligently written stupid humor, or just like intelligent humor that just like really makes you think a bit. And, you know, my personal favorite, like the humor I like to use a lot of my videos, the so random and out there kind of humor, like where I'm just like, yeah, you know what politics are? Jelly beans, you know? And it's like, clearly it's not, but that's just what it is, you know? You get it, yeah. So, like, with that said, when I get to my opinion on the show, keep in mind, I have probably some of the most open mind on humor that you will meet, I think. So with that being said, I don't think the show is very funny. I really don't. I tried so hard to, like, give the jokes a chance, and there are jokes in the show. There are definitely attempts at humor in the show, and there are jokes that I respect. There are definitely jokes that I'm like, oh yeah, I'm not laughing at this, but I can see where it's like a passable joke, or like, oh yeah, this is like the standard Nickelodeon kind of like cartoony humor they've used for decades. I've noticed over the years though that it's like, yeah, it's like the humor on these shows really hasn't like evolved or changed much. I think like what happens to me is just like sometimes it's like all in how it's delivered and how the character acts and all that, which is an implication to whether or not I'm going to find it funny. Personally, I just don't think much of what Patrick does is actually funny. They try and do a lot of things with animation. They try and make him do like a bunch of random shit. I've heard it's like SpongeBob on crack, And I can kind of see that. It kind of reminds me of a SquarePants Family Vacation, where it's like a bunch of random locations they go to, and it's all like not in any like order, and it's like really weird. And I can respect a lot of, like, you know, the animation does look really good. I can respect a lot of what is going on. But, like, for a comedy show, for a show where Patrick's trying to be, like, super silly and everything like that, I don't know what it is. It doesn't land a lot of the time. It's like they're trying a bit too hard to be funny, and it's like they're just not working very well. I don't know what it is. It's not that the humor really feels, like, lacking. It's like, yeah, it's clearly a comedy-inspired show. I just am not laughing very much. I don't know. Like, I noticed that sometimes, too, when I watch, like, new episodes of SpongeBob as well. It's like I look at the credits, and it's the same people, a lot of the same people working, that have been working on SpongeBob for 20 years. I'm assuming it might just be that their creative well is running dry, or maybe it's just, like, what happens when you put a comic relief in a show like that. It's like, just doesn't really hit. I enjoy really dumb cartoons. I really do. Like, I respect a few things about this show. I'm not going to say it's a terrible show so far anyway until I see more episodes. Like, I think it's, like, alright. Like, I can watch it and I'm like, oh yeah, it's Patrick. He's kind of, like, he's like how Patrick is on SpongeBob. A bit more ramped up on the hyperness and the stupidity and all that from what I've seen. The characters are just kind of like, I mean, the sister is kind of like, oh yeah, you know, she's kind of always there for her brother and all that. She seems like a nice character, if that makes sense. Like, not too much aside from that. What I will do, though, is I will give the show some more chances. I'll give it a few more watches to see if it grows on me. Like, I think right now it's kind of in a mediocre place. I've seen, like, really mixed reviews on it. I don't think, obviously it's not really anywhere near as good as SpongeBob. It's got a few things that kind of, like, make it a bit different than SpongeBob, and it's got a couple of creative ideas. I'm not going to say everything here is awful, no. Although it's not very funny, it has gotten a couple of chuckles out of me. There are some gags that, like, I'm like, okay, that has the SpongeBob, like, touch that really makes the show great. But so far, I'm just not that crazy about the show. I understand what it's trying to do, and I respect it. I respect kind of the wacky zaniness of the locations they go to. Like, they did something with, like, space and, like, late for breakfast and all that. I don't know. He does something weird about his breakfast. See, I don't remember a lot of it, too. Maybe that's my fault. I need to watch it again. But this is kind of like my first initial reaction, admittedly. But, like, yeah. So far, after watching the first 4 episodes, it's, like, not funny, and it's not the most interesting out there, and it does kind of, like, struggle to follow a plot. But, at the same time, it does a few things differently than SpongeBob. Since it doesn't follow a plot very well, like the show does, it can do a few different things with animation. There are a couple of gags that kind of land and make me laugh. Yeah, like, there are times where I am sucked into just how childish and adventurous my humor is. So there are jokes in the show that make me laugh, and I'm happy about that. So overall, like, I don't feel my time was totally wasted, at least, with this show. It's like, it's like average. But we'll have to see. We'll have to see how it goes from there. I may make another video on this. I don't know. But anyways, that was all I got for you today. I know this is kind of a joke-light video. Like, I didn't, like, tell any jokes aside from the Beef O'Brady's thing. Which I thought was kind of cool. I don't know. I just really wanted to kind of, like, I had a lot of thoughts on this show. And I really kind of wanted to get down to it. But yeah, I'm happy to get a video out at least. Yeah, remember, We Could Be out now. Apple Music, Spotify, Apple Music, Tidal, Apple Music.
Did I say Apple Music?
Amazon, Apple Music, and more. So yeah, I'll see you guys on Apple Music. And anyways, I'm LegendBTV. DaBaby is canceled. Late.